at this point. I know our turnover differential was a lot better. So, there were some times that were close today where, it was very questionable if we were going to get the ball back. So I don't know if there was zero turnovers. I think it was 0 for us. So it's for us looking forward, it's about, not making mistakes, not giving the defense, anything to rely on. So, really coming in this week the message was, beat us if you're better. No self-inflicted wounds.
We've seen Jalen do this now for a while, playing through injury. But,
yeah.
Was there any part of you that thought he might not be able to finish that one?
I didn't really see the hit before half, but, it happened, right before halftime, 2-minute drive. And then, we're making our adjustments. And, after I seen him walking around the locker room for a little bit, I was confident he was going to play. But, yeah, it was definitely high on the alert list at halftime.
What does that mean? It's kind of an obvious question.
Well, just, when a new quarterback comes in, there's a different cadence, and for the offensive line, getting off the ball is the number one importance. If you're late, you're done. You turn your shoulders, you're done. So, we had some reps with Marcus, but, not as much as Jalen. So, really, it's, from a communication aspect, it's you have to adjust.
How much has Jalen shown you over the few years just with how tough he is?
Yeah, he's just a resilient guy. Even when he throws those touchdowns, or if something goes bad, I saw a meme the other day. It showed like all these different emotions, and it just showed Jalen's face. The whole, that's really it. I feel like he's very calm, very poised, and when you have somebody like that, it makes the offense not ride the emotions of the game, not getting too high, too low, complacent. So you need that, and he's a tough guy. He's been battling the past few weeks, and. You can look at it tonight. I feel like the last 2 drives, offense really put us in a bind. There were some times where we really needed a first down conversion, and defense bailed us out. And it was close. I don't know if y'all seen it, but it was a very close game. So
Nick tried to impress everybody that this was just another game. Now, honestly.
Yeah. So going into the week, we know what it means to the fans. All week. When I'm getting gas, when I'm at the wherever I'm at. Y'all gonna beat Dallas this week? When I was at the VA hospital on Friday, that's all I got asked. So, we know what it means. But, when you go into a game, you really got to focus. Be a one-play warrior, and not really think about the result. You just got to take the possessions as they come, and really that's it. But it was a hell of a defensive performance. So
you mentioned how close it was at the end there.
Yeah.
Someone who's had an up-close and personal view of Josh Sweat's progress, I guess what went through your head when you got the sack again?
I remember about 3 years ago I was telling everybody that Josh Sweat was going to be a special player. And so I feel like I could see that early in him, his ability to move. And but just really when you look at, the last few possessions, our D-line turned it on. BG, I was so happy when BG got the sack. There's nobody who works harder, does, really more for this team as far as, still producing at his age. And, Hassan had a hell of a game. I think he had 1, maybe 2, but he was around the quarterback all night. And, Sweat, man, he's an animal. So, I can see that all training camp as well as Jalen, Carter, Jordan, Marlon, all those guys, so, hats off to them.
In general, what's that like watching that final drive?
I try not to watch. I was sitting there turning away. I was headbutting Kels. I was headbutting Julio, headbutting Connor. So, yeah, we aged in dog years. So, I entered the game 33, but I'm probably about 42 right now. So, it makes, ran some miles up on me.
It seems like the consensus around here is, great momentum going into bye, but multiple guys have already talked about Kansas City. Is that kind of where everyone's head's at? Like, a win's a win, we get them right, but your sights are set on.
Yeah, I mean, my sights on this bye week and getting rest and recovered. These games are going to come to you. So it's really about making the day count. And, each day, if you can say you put in a lot of effort, you can be happy with whatever outcome, comes on Sunday. So we work hard.
I'm not sure how much you've experienced it, but what's it like as an offensive lineman to have that many different defensive linemen coming ways?
Just taking on hell with a squirt gun. It's you know what it is. I mean, going into the week, even when Micah and DeMarcus come out, they have Dante Fowler, Armstrong. They have guys that can really rush the passer. And hats off to Seam, man. That's a hell of a first start. This is one of the better defensive fronts in the league. So I was proud of how he did, short notice. So, it's really proud of how we battled. Luck, came in our way. There's a lot. It's like the last 2 or 3 drives, offense had a chance to capitalize, make some first downs to where the game didn't have to go to that. So, looking looking, at the season, we're not satisfied, and we know we have a lot of big games coming up.
8-1 looks different than it has in the past. I mean, does it feel like you guys are the dominant team you want to be right now?
We won these games, but I feel like tell this season is compared to last season, we did a better job last season of not making or turning the ball over. So I feel like our turnover margin is a little bit higher this year. But we emphasized that all week. We had some close calls tonight. But, when you get in big games, talent level's pretty even. It's going to come down to mistakes less made. And, one thing Coach showed us this week was Coach Knight in his locker. It's like the team that wins, it's really the team that makes, victory favors the team that makes the fewest mistakes. So that was the message all week.
It seemed like it was a playoff game.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, so, the message all week was beat us if you're better. And, hey, they damn near did. When you look at their team going in, just a very talented roster. I mean, you look at Micah, who's the premier pass rusher in the league, DeMarcus Lawrence, all these guys. It was a tough battle. So it really came down the wire. So, looking forward, we got a lot of great big games coming up. It's very important to get this rest week, get some guys recovered, and get ready for it.
What was the first thing that went through your head when that happened?
I was just hoping my knee was all right, and I was just bending it in and stuff to make sure I could move it.
When did you realize that it wasn't as bad as you maybe had feared?
When I got up and I was able to walk.
What's that process like? You come to the sideline, you're testing it. Did you know that you'd be able to go back in?
Let me move over to the side real quick. So Dallas Slay. You asked that question again?
Yeah, sorry. So when you got hurt and you're coming to the sideline, what's that process like? And did you know right away you'd be able to go back in?
They took me in the blue tent. They evaluated it, and then I felt good. I felt like I could go back in. So then I told them I'm ready to go back in.
What was that drive like in general? You had to leave for a little bit, Slay had to leave for a little bit. Some moving pieces, but you guys got it done.
Oh yeah, we it was an intense drive. It was almost like a playoff game. And I was just hoping, I could tell like by the cheering and stuff while I was in the tent, 'cause I couldn't see, but I could tell, we were still in a good position. So I just wanted to make sure I was able to come out and be able to play for the team.
About the last play, can you kind of describe what was going on there? When they complete the pass this season and everything.
Oh yeah, so they actually had a good play lined up. They did. It was all goals, and then they at the last minute they kind of crisscrossed and kind of swapped, especially on my side. I think CD ran like a deep dig on the other side, and he was able to catch the ball. But we did a good job of rallying to the ball and make sure we got him down.
When you got out of the tent, what was the first thing you saw, like the first play?
First play, I saw they was like I think it was a high red area. What was the play? I can't remember the play. I just remember they had one play, and then they told me to go back. I can go back in.
What's the overall feeling to close out that game and win it against a divisional rival heading into the bye?
It's a great feeling. Going into the bye, we got a dub. I feel like we got some good momentum. We can kind of go into this bye and relax a little bit, get our bodies right, and come back and try to finish the season all right.
What did you have a good view on Reed's stop at the goal line?
You talking about the one where he tackled CD, or you talking about the one where he flew over me and the other guy?
The replay. They replayed it.
Oh yeah, so it was all go special. They threw a ball. I think it was in quarters. They threw a ball up. I just seen Reed body. Oh my bad. Reed body fly over the top. He was able to make a play. I appreciate him being there for me.
And just that stop there. What did it feel like at that moment?
No, it felt great.
Last drive too.
Right.
This whole game.
No, it felt great. It feels good to contribute like that. Get the ball in our offensive hands as much as possible. That's our mindset on defense, and luckily we was able to do that.
Reed, did you know on that goal line play that you kept him out?
Honestly, yeah. It was more 85% that I had him out. And then obviously you saw on the video that it was out, but it was one of those bang-bang situations, like I said. So luckily he was out. So
through that last drive, a lot of pieces coming in and out.
Right.
How were you guys able to communicate? You guys lined up?
Honestly, it doesn't matter the pieces coming in and out. We trust everybody that comes in. It's the next man up mentality, and they got to be ready to roll, and they are. So
how did it feel to make the play on the goal line stand?
No, it felt great. It comes with communication and all that, and they trust me. It's all about trust, and we believe in everybody that's on the field right now. So it's just good. It's good to do that.
About the last drive, when they went to the try for CD Lamb there. What were you seeing on that play?
You know, it was just one of those in the game situations where you just got to keep them out of the end zone. It was just their last effort play, and obviously, you know, you keep them out of the end zone, they don't win. So we did that, and we executed it, and we got off the field.
Yeah. And what was that last drive? Must have been like really hectic.
It's on it. You can't really think. It's like you got to read your keys and go. You don't have time to think about, oh my gosh, it's 1 second left. You know, it's just like, all right, it's an end-of-game situation. Keep them out of the end zone, we win.
How much it mean to you guys? We saw Slay and Bradberry get banged up on that drive, still come back.
No, it means a lot. You know, it shows how tough they are and how willing they are to lay their bodies on the line for our defense. You know, I love them to death. They're leaders in our room, and I look up to them as role models too.
Overall, how did it feel to win this gutsy, close divisional game where it seemed like you may give it away in the end, but you end up pulling it all at home? How does this win feel?
Oh, it feels great, especially going into the bye week, especially over Dallas too. You know, when they come in the league, it's going to be hard. And you know, we came out, executed what we had to execute, and we got off the field with a win.
Watching the end of that game from the sideline.
I mean, at halftime, I thought I needed therapy, and then by full time, I need therapy. So, I mean, man, defense did a great job, man. When we needed them, they showed up and made plays. They made plays, man. So, shout out to the defense.
We've talked about Jalen before and playing through injuries. He does it again today. Was there a party that was kind of worried he wouldn't be able to finish that one?
Yeah, I mean, especially when you're giving up pressures and sacks, it's not. Oh, sorry, it's not a good look. And you give up a sack and your QB's limping after. It's not a good feeling. So you got to do everything you can to try and keep a clean pocket. And you know, I had no idea how he was feeling. Came in at halftime and the guy was walking around perfect with an IV bag and just saying, "Let's go, we got to get rolling."
What's that do for the offense when he's like, "Yeah, I'm good to go"?
High morale. I mean, it boosted our morale. And we came out there the second half and went down the field. So I think it's pretty evident how much he means to his team.
When you saw him limping and everything, what was going through your mind?
I mean, I'm not going to say it, but you know, I was doubtful. I was like, damn, this is going to be a long night, especially if QB1's down. You know, I mean, we have that X-Man mentality for sure, and we trust in Marcus. But it's like, you know, you don't want to get to that position where you have to rely on QB2, which we can, but you know, we pride ourselves on protecting him and keeping a clean pocket. And first half, I didn't do a good enough job of that. And yeah, but thank God he's a warrior. Thank God he's a warrior because he played through it. And even after the game, just talking to him, just him saying like, and I'm sitting there explaining to him what was going through my head and why I let him get sacked, and he's like, move on for it. I'm like, I can't. So I got to talk to you about these things, dude, because I don't want to see you get sacked. It pisses me off. I was like, I don't need anybody else telling me how to do my job. I know how to do it. I know the standard of it, and you know, I'm gonna get my corrections. I already know my corrections because I already know what happened. But thank God, warrior, man. Sorry for all the cuss words.
Does he do that a lot? Try to make sure everyone doesn't hyper-focus on the mistakes in the moment?
Yes. He's big on that. He's big on the next play. Keeps telling me in the huddle. Next play. Oh, cool, great. Came in at halftime. Next play. I said, yes, sir.
Is it hard to listen to that sometimes?
No. I wouldn't say. I would say no, because it's like the bigger picture. You got to look at the bigger picture, which he always says, bigger picture. Bigger picture, bye week now. Get your corrections in, get your body right, get your mental right.
So when you can come out in the third quarter and you led that first touchdown drive, I mean, does that kind of show like just how important it is to you guys?
Yes, absolutely. Like I said, we trust in our guys that can, you know, come in and fill in and if in case of injury and next man up mentality. But it's different. You know, QB1 is different. We know that he's different. He just brings a certain aura about him when he's on that field. And so, yeah.
Jordan, was that the strength of your and staff's relationship on display a little bit today, with him getting after you and then also kind of hugging you up on the way in?
Yeah. That's our relationship. You got to be able to take coaching. You got to be able, as a player, you have to be able to take criticism. And if you can't take criticism, man, you might as well just not play for the team. Like, yeah, it's we have a high standard, and tonight, first half didn't reach that standard. You know, didn't reach that standard. He let me know because we have that relationship where he can yell at me and cuss at me and tell me what he really thinks, because I'm not going to take offense to it. Because I know damn well the standard wasn't met tonight, especially in that first half. And we came in here, he calmed back down, we looked each other in the eye, and we talked about the corrections that we need to make, and we went out there and we executed.
I know you've had battles with Josh Sweat for years. What was it like seeing him get that sack at the end?
No surprise, to be honest. No surprise. Sweaty doesn't get acknowledged enough. He doesn't get talked about enough. Hopefully after this game they can start talking about him and putting him up there with the Micah Parsons and the Myers Garrett. You know, that guy's premier edge rusher. And I think tonight, I've been waiting for him to show out in big moments because I've seen it over the years. We've been together for 6 years, and he showed out tonight. Again, defense making plays when we need them to.
The game live up to the hype.
Well, every game live up to the hype. I think the fans here are always hype. But it was a good, intense game. It was fun. Fun, man. You like games like this, you're tense. Yeah, man, you know, hey, crazy in there.
What was that last drive like?
It was crazy. I seen JB go out, then next thing you know, I had to go out for about 2 plays because goddamn my arm got a hit. I was like, God damn, hold up, check out. And woo, I had to hurry up and get back in too as well, so we got to go out there and handle that.
Tackling CD Lamb at the end there, what was going on?
They ran a great design play, man. But my thought process is, hey, he catch it, we got to tackle him. And no, ain't got no time there. So we did a great job getting him down and got the dub.
What did it feel like to get the win, divisional win?
It feels good, man. It feels good like every win. I like winning. So this win is just, it's just count as double because it's a division game. So it feels real good.
Right. Like, while it's like any win, does it feel more because it's against the Cowboys and was it that close fashion?
Not really. Not for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of them guys that's big on that rivalry kind of stuff. I'm just out here just because I can't be a rivalry, and it's a possible chance that I could be a Cowboy next year. Never know, stuff like that. Not saying I'm in right now, but I'm just saying, like, I can have a rivalry team. The next thing you know, I might play for the team one day. We had Jason Peters. He went over there. You know what I'm saying? He's been rivalry for how long? And he had went over there. So I don't look at teams as rivalries. I think that's an organization thing.
On the sideline, did you think you get back in the game?
Huh?
On the sideline, did you think you'd get back?
Yes, I'll get back in the game. I will still helmet if I needed to go out there. Because and I ain't want to put them out. I mean, our young guys, they good, they tough, they smart. But I ain't want to put my young guys in that situation. So, I'll go get back out there.
What happened to check out? You said it was your
arm. Man, so I hit a dude like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Oh, hold on, check out. Come back and get out there. Yeah, that was good, though. Oh, man. The momentum is great. I'm going to enjoy the hell out of this bye. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to be laser locked down. I'm going to give me a couple workouts in. But, man, I'm looking forward to this bye. Like, week 9 couldn't get here fast enough. Good thing we're going to the bye week 8-1. It's good, but we got a strong Kansas City team coming up with that. So we got to be really locked in, man. And then it's Monday night. So I know everybody be like, oh, man, that's some extra days off. But, man, you got to look at it. That's like 14 days not playing football. It's kind of like, that's tough. So I'm going to tell my guys in the group chat today, hey, man, we got to be ready to go when it's come time. Because I know we got a lot of days off. But we got to get ready to go.
You flip a guy on the tackles before?
Yeah, but that's the first time I flipped my dog. You know what I'm saying? That's my dog, man. Dak, I love Dak. He we played together at Mississippi State. I wasn't surprised that he tried to score, but the surprising thing was that he tried to jump over me. Knowing Dak for a long time, I did not know his vert was that high because he got up there. So shout out to Dak. I think he could dunk now. At first I didn't think he could dunk, but now that he just did that, I think he could dunk.
What were the keys on that goal line stand? What were the keys of the goal line stand of stopping them on the goal line?
Which one? Talking about that last play of the game?
Not the last drive. On the drive where you flipped down.
Just not let them score. It was just, hey, man, mano, your man got to beat me. We just get after it. So that's what it was. We just try to, Reed made a great play, making sure he secured the tackle, and so Reed did a great job of that.
At what point was it decided for you to follow CD a little bit?
Well, it was how we game planned it. In certain situations I could because I know a guy like him and he moves in the slot, he motions a lot. So I was just trying to find him the best way I can. But at the end of the game, I told Coach, like, look, he going to slot. I got to go in the slot now. Like he was having an amazing game. You know, getting after with our young guys. So that's with a guy like that's good. That can happen. So we expected that, as in like not really expecting him to go off, but we understood that it's a possible chance. But in clutch situations, I knew I had to go in there and try to get up.
Where you guys were going to get the job done? They just kept coming at you.
What kind of question is that? You want us to, huh?
An honest thing.
We thought we were going to get the job done. We wanted to be out there on the field. We tired of seeing our offense take knees, even though it's a good way to take and win the game. But we was good with going back out there. We knew what time it was. Yeah, and going there and just execute.